Yes, I would agree with that. I mean, certainly, if you look just at this narrow question of false flag terrorism, this is wearing very thin. In other words, I think for a lot of people, the idea that the famous now Umar Farouk Mutalab, that this character is somebody on a mission. In other words, he is a protected patsy. And
we've got scores of mainstream news articles now saying, why is the government lying?
Now for a lot of people.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. What you see again with the Obama campaign in one way, and now the takeover of the Tea Parties by the Republicans, if you don't have some independent form of organization, you will fall prey and you will be used by the other gang. How about the Republicans in 2012, General Petraeus, Mitt Romney ticket? I think if we don't do something organizationally, we're going to be faced with General Petraeus.
I agree. Webster, great job. We will see you next year, my friend. Well, you know what? Come back and talk about Petraeus. That's important.
Happy New Year to all.
All right, I'm going to have to move quick because I said I was going to get into Jesse Ventura's new TV show, the most incredible episode I've ever seen. I'm still trying to digest it. Most incredible episode. That's coming up. World population reduction, the Malthusian eugenics mindset of the world's ruling elite. Tarpley, as a historian, can back that up as well. Got some clips of that coming up. I said I would do the decade of tyranny in review. We're going to do that. But Webster dropped this bombshell about how in the off-year elections next year and then 2 years out from that, 3 years, you're going to get exactly a General Petraeus, not Petraeus, total globalist neocon built up as this fake hero, along with a Mitt Romney. And remember, they represent the people that staged the big 9/11 attacks. They're going to come in, and there will be such conservative mainline rebellion against Obama and his communist colorations, which are just foundation fronts. Hillary's as communist as I mean, it's a complete joke. And all of this is going on. And yes, you think Obama's bad, it's going to accelerate under the next right-wing person who's not going to be right-wing at all. They're going to be a globalist. Webster, finish up with that.
Well, again, the challenge is that if we don't want to be used by somebody, you've got to have some form of independent organization and some form of economic program. Now,
all the leftists are run by the foundations. All the right-wingers are run by the big foundations.
You have Scylla and Charybdis, right? The two things you want to avoid: monetarism, in other words, this Milton Friedman economics on the one side, and Malthusianism on the other. The green, extreme ecological global warming. But now it's likely that the Democrats will lose at least one House of Congress, maybe both, in 2010. And
then Petraeus comes in, they stage a nuke attack, military dictatorship set up. We know the Pentagon's been selling that forever.
Right. So the idea is that divided government would be a blessing. In other words, that's the one remedy in this system. We need gridlock. We need divided government. Let them fight each other to a standstill. But then for 2012, the Republicans, I don't think any of these existing Republicans could be taken seriously. So therefore, I think General Petraeus coming in as a war hero. Now, we've seen that before, right, from George Washington to General Eisenhower. In retrospect, General Eisenhower was a tremendously good president. Look at what he did, the interstate highway system and the National Aeronautics and Space Administration. Think of those. Those are tremendous achievements. With Petraeus, this would be, well, Bonapartism. In other words, government by military.
Hitler.
Well, no, not Hitler. Von Hindenburg.
Well, Hitler was a military.
Wait. Not quite. You're not there yet because there's no mass movement yet. It would be growing. The difference would be von Hindenburg. Von Hindenburg is the hero of World War I, more or less, and he becomes the president of the Weimar Republic. And it's under his leadership that you get this extreme austerity. You get, in the case of von Hindenburg, the Brüning government, right, of 1930 to 1932, where they take away your unemployment insurance just at the moment when you have the highest unemployment that there's ever been. So von Hindenburg, I think, would be what Petraeus would do. And then the dimension beyond that gets us to something more like an actual Nazi movement, right, with all the overtones that would probably have here in terms of white supremacy and all sorts of other stuff, right? Violence in the streets, right? Assault sections, Sturm Abteilung.
Well, no, I mean, it's just like Petraeus would be able to attack conservatives and libertarians, and they would say, oh, I'm turning my guns in. It's to the general. He's conservative. And it's just like with left cover, Obama can start new wars, cut people's health care, and be praised as a loving commie. I mean, I would see under Petraeus we know that Tommy Franks was on the payroll to go around and give speeches saying, gee, I don't like it, but it's what we need. One more big terror attack, military dictatorship is what the people want. So we know that's what they've been selling. And yeah, Petraeus is just an absolute weasel demon.
So I think that Petraeus, and then, of course, Mitt Romney, the hedge fund hyena, the asset stripper, the agent of Wall Street, who would take the economic side of it. And this would be a government that would not really lean on the Republican Party, which I think is in the process of disintegrating. It would be a government that would lean more explicitly on the Army and military, the police
Which is
force.
what the RAND Corporation and the big think tanks have already been setting up through Northcom. Webster, again, I'll see you in 2010. All 4 of your great books that are in print are sold at Infowars.com. People can see your new updated site at tarpley.net. Say hi to the wife and family. God bless you, Webster. Happy New Year.
Same to you, Alex. Happy New Year.
You bet. We're going to come back and blitz through the decade of tyranny. Hopefully the decade of liberty is coming.
We're on the mark.